Absolutely.
Grew up in the 90s.
You grew up in the
And
90s.
hood, motherfuckers everywhere.
Uh,
Here's a little old me. Here's a little, cheesy, happy-go-lucky
Yeah.
me. Like, and I'm participating, but they're like, okay, carry on.
Yes.
You're
That's
good.
right. Yeah.
You're a buddy. Oh,
Yeah.
go to school with him. He's cool.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's funny as fuck, though. Because then just relate.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It was tough because like I told you earlier, like I grew up as a military child as well. So, there are times where we stayed on base, but there's also times where we stayed in some not so great towns, right? Because bases are never in like
yeah.
the good spaces.
No,
they're,
no, no.
they're in like middle of freaking nowhere.
PJ.
Yeah.
DFP, I believe they call that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, DFE. Exactly. And so you're placed in these strange dynamics with people. And as a child, especially in the 90s, we had way too much free time.
She used to get
Too much free
she
time.
end up in the woods.
Well,
Like, what?
Listen, okay. So there was definitely. I lived in Colorado for a while. And we lived in Aurora for a few years before we ended up moving into Denver. And so, like the first place, I was 8, and the neighborhood where we lived, my neighborhood was good. It was nice. It was decent, right? Probably at that point, I'd say lower middle class for sure. But you go a couple streets down, and my sister, she was 4 years older than me. She's deceased. Yes, but she's 4 years older than me, and so yeah, she's starting her early teens, so she's out.
Let's go.
Right, and my mom and dad, they're young, so they're working all the time. So it's just me, my sister, and then my little brother. But my little brother was typically at daycare, so a lot of times it was just me and my sister, which meant it was me.
I get that. There's 4 of us, but we're like,
Yeah, no, it was
Totally.
just me. I had to go where she was at, but after that,
You're on your own.
I'm on my own. Figure it out, right? And I remember my sister's friend had a younger sister that was, I think, maybe a year older than me. And so we'd go out, just walking around her neighborhood, and it's just not nice. And there's like little alleyways and stuff. And I remember we would always walk, like take the little back ways, the alleyways. We had to walk past one specific house that belonged to this older, I'll say white presenting man. Like old as in has an oxygen tank.
Oh, that's old.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. In a wheelchair.
Smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Yeah, had to use a cane if he did walk somewhere type. Right.
Gotcha.
He lived alone. And we would always have to pass the back of his house. And because we passed by so much, it became a pattern. Right. And, eventually it's a wave. Right. And then it's a, hey, he's come to the fence, right? I have a treat for you guys because it's just me and her, right? And it morphs into we eventually start going into this man's house. Yeah, we're 8 and 9 years old, 2 little black girls in this older white man's house. Yeah, so I will say that because I grew up the way that I did, and having an older sister, and always eavesdropping, listening. Like I have the understanding
Awareness.
that how this could go.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
There's awareness for me.
Yeah.
I can't speak for the other young ladies. So all I know is that eventually at some point, me and my sister are no longer allowed to go to their space. I don't see the little girl anymore. I don't see the old man anymore. So I can only put things together. Right.
Too many coincidences.
Exactly. So, like, these are the type of situations that, a kid in the 90s, like, it's normal. Like, it's
You wandered. You were everywhere. You
everywhere.
get back before that light
Get back
comes on.
before the street light comes on.
That's the only rule. Oh,
Why are
all
you
around
in
the
house?
Go
Like,
to Italy if you
if
can
it's
in the
not
time.
lunchtime or dinner time, why are you in the house?
Yep.
For what?
Get out of here.
Right.
You're messing up my stuff.
You're
Exactly.
like, no.
Exactly. And then for me, like my parents, they didn't get home until 5, 6 o'clock in the evening anyway.
You're wandering.
Wandering. And their house, like the more I think about life, the more stories I have, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to remember all this anymore. There's too much.